Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the ESEA Advanced Season. I'm your main caster, Storm, here tonight for another pretty interesting game. Obviously, last Wednesday, Sleepless Gaming won a very big shutout. A very big hiccup of a game. And it's one of those things where sometimes that could actually impact a little bit of mentality, like either overconfidence or just, just mainly hoping that that doesn't really happen again. But we do have another pretty big game tonight. Sorry that you can hear all the background noise. They're just in warm-up at the moment. But Sleepless Gaming versus Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Yes, that's their name. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But yeah, this should be a very interesting game. All in all, I feel hopefully this will be a lot more close for a matchup. Tonight's match will bring us to Ancient for our best of one. Not much to really say about this map. Obviously, it's been in the competitive map pool for a while. A lot of different ways to play it, strategize for it. And it became one of the more competitive maps over the last few seasons. And I feel like a little bit of its initial hype is starting to wither away slowly but surely. And just a few small details here and there. But obviously, as we get into the knife round, right off the start, man advantage for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. And if you're looking at the HUD, it is going to be shortened names for that team, because otherwise the HUD would be extended very far and it would just look ugly. So sorry for anyone who doesn't like the abbreviation, but that's just how it is. Pistol round to start off. It's going to be Shadow Wizard Money Gang on the CT side, and Sleepless Gaming starting on the T side. For those of you that are seeing everything on my stream, I apologize. We were not prepared today, especially with a CS2 update to come out almost immediately. Look at the pistol round going in the way for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. They have two players send up fast cap very early on into the round, and just seems like Sleepless Gaming weren't prepared for this crunch to immediately happen. Here comes the pistols from bottom mid, trying to get it tapped away. Topher can't find the damage in time. So Jax finds himself one and gets out just barely. Jade's still in a little bit of a rough position. His position is known towards B doors here. I'm still fluent in the position that I can go. Soap does here run back towards B doors, back turned, not really aware. Does get shot in the back for now. That's an open B site. So that should be the plan for Sleepless Gaming. Obviously, they're going to take their time going through this. OHP relatively for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Flash as well to hold off all three CTs around that smoke. Jade hears the first bit of information, doesn't turn around. Jax finds the crossfire, good for one. Trying for the tap away the second, only gets the damage. Jade left on a 1-on-2, has to hit the one bullet to the chest or to the foot. Seamish down to 2 HP. Tap away at the bomb. It's planted for long. It is planted for Jay. The time's just not in his favor. No Kid as well. Has to tap back onto the bomb. Still not able to get in time. Jade not able to find the last frag. As Seamish finds himself 2 in the round. And Sleepless Gaming went out the pistol. A very, very rough start for for Sleepless Gaming. Right off the bat. Obviously, losing out 2 players immediately to Catwalk, and then not able to find all the trades in the world in towards bottom mid. But it seems like Shadow Wizard Money Gang misunderstood the situation. Soap mishearing the footsteps, just not having the players towards the B site despite one of the players leaning B. I feel like there probably was just a bit of miscommunication as well on their side. Early B utility. Sleepless Gaming take a lot of chip damage, especially with those Mac 10s. And that could prove fatal. 5.7s, MP9s on the other side. This is a forced buy from Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Owen takes the first fight out towards middle, not able to find the right timing. But no damage dealt between any of these guns. Rotation starts to come through back towards the A site. C-Mitch does find the first against Nova. Owen goes for a trade, gets a little bit more damage. Again, Soap not finding the shots he needs with that deagle. 1 minute left on the clock and a lurk out towards A main. Most of the CTs have been pushed towards middle, towards Dona and towards Red Room. Owen still trying to take his space, trying to find the damage. Spams his Mac 10. There goes his gun. Top Shadow still playing for that rotation cutoff as the A main push starts to trickle through. Smoke also deep in order to hold them off. Tap on the bomb. Top Shadow comes in from behind. Manages to open himself two. Jax finds one more. It's Topher left in a 1-on-3 with an MP9. No kit. He does have full armor to work with. Way back into this round. Lurk in through CT, making sure he doesn't get out timing. Good for one. Jax finds the trade. So Sleepless Gaming went out the second on the conversion. In Shadow Wizard, it was a risky call, obviously, trying to play with upgraded pistols and SMGs. That's a CT economy. That's just going to hurt you a little bit longer, long run. And so now Sleepless Gaming have the information of their economy. They really understand what most of this play is going to be. Nova finds all that information towards bottom middle, goes out wide, does manage to net himself a kill. Top Shadow goes up from Cat, finds himself a double right underneath the window. Sports is not taking a shot yet, so his information is not known. In comes Cave, down he goes. Sports still hanging around at bottom mid, getting out timing, not just yet. Nova doesn't manage to frag. Sports with a knife out, wants to go for that money. Still, patience is not in his favor. Excuse me, but Top Shadow didn't clear that far enough. So he manages to get himself two. But all in all, still deserved it as a Sleepless Gaming round. It would have been a different story if we saw a couple nades bottom mid. If we saw an immediate push in towards bottom mid to kill Nova, to get rid of that SMG. Get themselves at least one gun into the round. But by the time any damage was dealt, it was already far too late. Molly lineup. Obviously, they want to take more mid control. I'm gonna smoke to Bloom. Bottom mid, they're gonna delay. Here it comes. Mid execute to come out from the T's and miss Molly though. That's gonna hold him back. Jax is gonna smoke it off and run through it. Spam in towards mid. Soap is completely smoked off. Mid space goes in the way for the T's. Full minute left on the clock. C-Mitch is hiding inside that. Molly doesn't get the better of him. Top Shadow also opens up a frag in towards the B site for a one-on-one trade. Topher still sitting in the back of sight here. Does get spammed a little bit, but it's a crossfire to come through. Soap also finds himself one as well. Jade to Molly off in the back of sight. Topher does find a gap. Molly does spread, and Jade does manage to get that kill eventually. Owen still lurking in out of mid with not much HP. Shot from Noah in elbow. Takes out Jade. 20 seconds on the clock. Owen can still wrap back towards the A site, but his footsteps are going to be loud and proud. He has to try to get this bomb down as soon as possible. Cannot plant for CT nearly as much as he wanted to. Nova shuts down the plant. And not exactly the way you want to lose the round if you're Sleepless Gaming. Obviously, not having the util to molly off long to flash off site. Little bit of a Hail Mary. Still another gun round for Sleepless Gaming, but next round it spells broke for both these teams. It's going to be a beast stack from the CT side as well. Nova already taking out that mid space. Down to 50 HP already from these nades. Ooh, B lurk from the CTs already through the smoke. Top Shadow's gonna lurk his way back as well. Will he get the timing on them? Ooh, not just. Doesn't flick back in time. Nova's still pushing in towards Red Room. Soap spots him out. Flash stop as well. Nova's gonna get the kill eventually. And here comes C-Mitch out through Donut. There goes his frag. 1-on-1. So 3 versus 3 in this round. The A site wide open for the taking. Nova's going to be able to hear this rotation starts to come through, but Sleepless Gaming, they are delaying so much because they don't know that A site was completely cleared. Nova's still holding on to that Red Room smoke. Step from his teammate, also going to fake it out just a little bit. We will try to get the better of the timing. So very doable round for the CTs. No smokes to go down. Just a couple flashes to really hold them at bay. Jack's going to spot that there's no one on the bomb. Topher's going to go out wide to try to shut him down. Jumping at the wrong time. Jax finds the kill. 10 seconds on the clock as that bomb starts ticking. Jade left in a one-on-one against Sport. Timing not there. Sleepless Gaming went out the round. And Jade, I think he dies to the bomb here. Yep. So still a good round win from Sleepless Gaming. Shadow Wizard Money Gang reset definitely a bit. 2,400 loss bonus was still in their name. But Sleepless Gaming, they really have less to work with this round because of no survivors. 3,250 is your win bonus from winning the previous round by eliminations, but 3,700 just for AK armor. So you're relegated to a couple of Galeals and a MAC-10 as well, trying to play for the fact that they're on pistols and it might work out in your favor, but Owen's going to take the first fight with that Galil. MAC-10 does get the trade, so no gun to be recovered for the CTs. The B site can be ripe for the taking. Nova takes out the frag in towards mid. C-Mitch is there with an MP9 out of A, going for that quick flank. And he might be able to get some damage. Sleepless Gaming are taking this way too slow. The timing just way in his favor. Does find himself the first, cannot find himself the second. And here comes Sports with that pistol, cannot get it done. That Sleepless Gaming, almost a catastrophe towards the end of that round, but quickly shut down. Jack's finding himself very crucial frags in mid. Top Shadow always going for the one-on-one trades. Start for the T side for Sleepless Gaming, but not for this round. Flashes out. Noah finds himself 2 in towards mid. Owen's getting spammed out as well, down to 22 HP. So this has gone well in the favor for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I'm gonna stutter so many times saying that name. But a loose B setup. And a cat smoke not recognized from the CT side. No one trying to take that space. No one trying to get that information. Still, everyone playing very patiently around the map. Topher going for that peek, trying to find that information at bottom ramp. But he has a cave player who has to slowly back his way out. Sports does rock the op. So a difficult situation all around as Sleepless Gaming. They don't really have the money to work with. They could elect to save these 3 guns. But on 1400 loss bonus, it just doesn't matter that much. Nova can still buy. But Top Shadow is in a bit of a more difficult position. 30 seconds on the clock. Sleepless Gaming haven't moved off their position. Soap has taken a forward angle in towards Cubby. And judging by the lack of movement from any of these positions, this is a save angle from Sleepless Gaming. So Shadow Wizard Money Gang gets there, second on the board. Pretty difficult round for Sleepless Gaming. Too many nades in towards mid. They didn't have their own utility to really back them up. So all in all, a very clean round from the CTs. Mac 10 gifted in the hands of Top Shadow. More AKs to work with for this round, so a little bit of a better position. Nathan towards mid as well. Gonna chunk down a little bit more damage, but here comes Top Shadow up through Cat. Spam from the Mac 10 gets it done. Not gonna be traded right back out immediately. But no Cat smoke to really back him up, so he is stuck in this position, playing for those rotations. Noah's going to inch his way up around the wall. Will he be ready at the right time? He is. Top Shadow isn't. So there goes the only B player. Also some information bottom mid from Owen. Knows where the op is. Here comes the A main rush. Soap's going to back his way in towards Donut. No information, no contact's going to be given from there. A plan for main. Soap does find himself a double kill. Swing back out. Cannot be traded by Jax. Owen gets shot in the back as Soap is locked down this round and holds his ground. Nobody was ready for him to be that close. And Soap manages to hit himself a triple kill. 1900 loss bonus for Sleepless Gaming. They have to save for this next round in order to have a gun round in the future. Still a difficult situation where they really shouldn't be able to afford an op, but if they're able to rip the op away out of Sports' hands and save it, this whole round, or this whole next round, could be a big difference. I still won't say that the Pistols can't win this round. Obviously, we all know that Pistols can absolutely shred, but there's also 3 defenders here in towards B site. Noah plays his timing perfectly. The crossfire comes through. Nova only the 1 kill onto Topher, but no way into the B site. This crossfire and the timing was perfect from the CTs. Game starting to close in very quickly. Sleepless Gaming want to try to extend their lead on the T side, try to give themselves more to work with going into their CT side. Obviously, their T side looking stronger through all their maps. Ooh, Topher has the information, tries to go for the spam around the wall, not finding the right timing. Owen swings back out, opens up the first frag in the favors for the T's. Noah's gonna re-aggress, back down towards ramp, backs turn, does find himself the first and the follow-up. So now it's a man advantage for the CTs. With every man you lose on CT side, it becomes extra difficult to be able to hold on to a site as well as play for the rotations. So 2-2 split, mid completely given up. So much more to worry about as the CTs. Their positioning is working quite well. Noah playing back of long, playing for if they're already up top of B, and Soap still jiggle peeking towards cave. So So Noah won't get the information until they're already on the site. Might be able to play for a little bit of a crossfire. So bad timing. Tries to get out in sight. Gets dinked immediately through the wall. Noah can't fight as well in this position. Trying to find that fight. Does hit a shot, but it gets immediately traded back out by Jade. Nova still reaggressing back towards CT spawn. Not able to find the right timing as well. Molly to give up the information. Seemich still trying to inch his way out of cave. Will he find the right timing? No. It's a double kill from Nova and Jade to secure the B bomb site. Sleepless Gaming get back on the board. 6.5. The Shadow Wizard Money Gang that chose to start on the CT side didn't have the early success, but are managing to follow it up. Novo 12-6 as well. His judgment call and his aim have been impeccable so far. Here comes a re-aggression from both teams towards the A main. They want, if Sleepless Gaming didn't want to take a pace change back towards the A site, but also Shadow Wizard Money Gang wanted that exact same positioning. Soap down to 1 HP, Molly on his feet, dead. So 3-on-3 in this situation as Nova gets team mollied as well. The utility rains through, but the amount of chaos has denied a plant for so long. They try to tap the bomb, trying to find anything. Seemich reaggresses out. Donut, here comes CT spawn as well. Topher can't find it. Noah's down to 1 HP, in towards Donut, trying to reaggress outside the smoke. The bomb is still not gone down, and they're starting to inch their way out of A to try to find a different way back into any site. But the amount of chaos has just thrown everything into proportion. They don't know where this last CT could be residing. And they don't know what his health is looking like. Two CTs immediately trying to push in towards 8 main. Obviously put this in a little bit of a wrinkle. This spot was so dangerous. It's still with that AWP. Not the type of gunfight you really want against a 1 HP player. Noah does find himself the first shot. Op still out. He gets the win. And the moment that you see the health in the FACEIT chat, you know you're kicking yourself for that. But he was 1 HP the entire time. Again, Sleepless Gaming, just not the money they really want in this situation. Mac 10 in the hands of Jax and Jade. A full buy to come out from Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Early mid utility lurking outside the mid smoke does go for the one. Soap trying to reaggress, but it's Jax to get the better of him in bottom mid. Noah also finds a frag towards bottom ramp, so now the score is equalized, as well as everything being pulled back towards mid, and that's a beautiful tap from Owen. 2-on-3. Now playing a little bit more patiently. Owen recovering the bomb outside of B doors. And Sleepless Gaming have been playing their time down to the last few seconds in these late rounds. Sports here with AWP goes out wide in the ramp, but finishes the frag onto Owen. Now the information's there that there was one player towards B. Sports is going to reaggress out through cave here. Oh, he has got the read of the century. Jax walks right into it. Jay trying to reaggress. Cannot find the shot. It's a triple kill from Sports to secure the B site and give it a tie. 6-6 half. Sleepless Gaming had such an electric start right off the rip, but quickly torn away from them. Not being able to thrive in the chaos, especially on the A site. Missed mid-smoke. Only really covering bottom mid, but here comes the aggression. They're actually going to take it in towards Cave. Maybe this was tactical, so the missed smoke actually nets them away in. But here comes the defense. Owen and Jack still holding the line. Owen's trying to do his best not to get headshot here. Jack's, he might be able to go in for the knife. Nobody goes in for it. Despite the amount of pressure, despite the manpower. But Sleepless Gaming locked down mid. There were 3 players that wrapped back around into Red Room and held it off tightly. Jack's managing to hold his ground as well, making sure not to die in this situation. A beautiful pistol round from Sleepless Gaming. Obviously, what they really wanted going into their CT side. Making sure there was no bomb plant, as well as wheeling out both pistols. So, here comes fast B aggression in towards Cave. Nova's here with an SMG, perfect gun, as well as all the utility to really back them up. Jade also there, backing his teammate up at a long range. Nova goes out wide, he finishes up the last 2. Quad kill from him, money in the bank, and he's feeling good. Despite it being an eco round, you're starting to build up that cash very quickly. Especially with the SMGs, it makes all the more worth. And you can buy an op for your teammate the next time you have a gun round, but you're electing to save off of what you got. It's full AKs in the hands of the T's, very limited util because of no bomb plants and no real kill success. Fast Cave aggression to come out from the CTs as well. Trying to take over all that space towards Cat, but Top Shot is going to be flashed off entirely. Not going to get anything else done. Bomb to get planted. Topher down to 18 HP as well. The split offense as well to really try to secure any sort of retake. Seamich will flash out and not going to find the right timing. It's Jax to get the better of him. All 3 CTs are coming down towards ramp. The motion is going to try to get the better of him. Sports first kill with that AK, but there's 2 of these players in towards bottom ramp. Jade finds a tap away at the long range with the SMG. No time left to try to get back into the site before the defuse. Sports does find himself a spray transfer. Jade tries to do his best to go for the exit frags. Does manage to finish the last one on the soap. And guns available for him. He upgrades to an AK. And I think this was a worthwhile sacrifice. Obviously not the B defense you really wanted to have. No one on Cat. Aggress at the right time in order to spot out any of the T's before they pushed up ramp. And then Top Shot at the moment that they swung out, you had a nade in hand, you were way too out in the open. One round lead. And a full buy with an SMG in the hands of Owen as well. Here comes a bottom mid push. All this information, but Shadow Winter Money Gang is also here. Flash goes out, not really too good. Jax finds himself a double kill with the M4. Molly in bottom mid also holds up the op, but it's Jade to find the frag. Last player is Seamich walking out through a ramp smoke. Bumps into Top Shadow, finished frag. As Sleepless Gaming move up to 9. Mid has not worked well in this T's favor. Much better buy for Sleepless Gaming, being able to upgrade to those AKs. A very scuffed buy from Shadow Winter Money Gang, and it seems like they weren't fully ready for the start of the round. Still trading guns in the middle of T spawn, trying to figure out their buy. Looking like they want to default for picks outside of mid and A. Waiting for that elbow smoke to fade, but Sleepless Gaming, they're playing it super patiently out towards mid. Flashes over as well, gives the information away. Nova might be able to get the right timing if he pushes out through cap. Back is turned, spotted out immediately. He's going to get wallbang for a lot. Jax to blow open the red room smoke. Good for the spam on the 1. Nova tries to find a little bit more through that wallbang spam in cave, but cannot get it done just yet. Owen still holds on to Donut as long as possible, but here comes the wraparound. Jade still holding with that AWP. Spots up the first one. Nails the first shot. Still more players on the other side looking to try to reaggress. AK recovered as well. They have a little bit better odds with the guns they have. 45 seconds left on the clock. A site a little bit more ripe for the taking. Owen still sitting here into Temple. Try to cut off the one frag in A main. The rotation is quite available. Might get the right timing. Owen still not spotting anything out just yet with those jiggle peaks. It's Soap to find the first initial contact. Nova tries to go for the frag. Does manage to spray. Bomb to get planted for Dona. Molly not to reach. Flash over, not good enough, but Nova still finds the frag regardless. Owen finishes off the last frag as the CTs get the defuse. So Sleepless Gaming move up to 10. But Shadow Wizard Money Gang, they also got the bomb plant and the loss bonus to really work with. Still down to 3K per player. A little bit of a difficult position all in all. 2,900 is their next loss bonus, and it looks like they're going to just go for some upgraded pistols down to 2K. Get themselves an actual gun round later on. T-side leaning towards the B sites. 3 of these CTs also here. The amount of nades will really impact this round, but Owen goes up cat early on. Spots the information out. The first frag goes his way. Nova to re-aggress as well. Does spot out more. He spots out so many of these players. Owen goes for the refrag. Does manage to hit the spray. As Nova tap away at the 1. Upgrades himself to a Tech 9. Spam through the wall as Jack finishes off that last kill. This was an amazing push from Sleepless Gaming. Stacking the 3 players towards B site. One of them going into cave. And mid also taking over that space. This was perfect against these pistols before they could set themselves up for a B rush. And if you're Shadow Wizard Money Gang, you gotta be a little bit more disciplined. Because some of these frags are just not going well into your favor. Early mid-util from both sides and fast A main aggression. Ooh, the timing, I believe. Jade spotted out the first. Jax cannot convert the frag. But immediately a back off from the T's out of A main because the bomb is leaning back towards the B site. Small rotation also pulled off from Owen. Getting out of mid, and now the CTs have to play a little bit more passively in the B site. Maybe play for that post-plant situation. But Top Shadow's playing in a little bit of an off angle. And towards short. Flash over. And, not in time. So he manages to get a little bit more damage. Owen finds the first frag for the CTs. Bomb to get planted. Nova trying to find that shot through the smoke. Does eventually find one. Jade also finishes off the op. 2-on-2 in this situation. As both these players are tucked in towards cave, playing for that frag against the op. Jade not able to find the shot in time. Nova inching his way up. And nobody's holding a proper angle to deny cave. Nova still trying to piece it together. Good on the first dink. Not ready for the second one as Soap finally finishes off the last kill. And will be able to recover the op in time for his team. A valiant attempt on the retake from Nova and Jade. Obviously trying to figure out the situation, trying to go back into the site. Early B util from both sides. Mauling off top ramp and cave. Shadow Wizard Money Gang have been playing this one a lot more patiently. playing outside of B doors, but it looks like they're getting a little bit antsy. So Jiggle picking constantly at the doors. Nova's still trying to find the spams in towards B site. And finally, the T side have moved up just a little bit with a minute left on the clock, and the spam's still trying to come through. Op shot good into the middle of B site. Reaggression down ramp, not able to find anything. Owen does find himself a double kill in towards the B site. Soap not able to find anything just yet. As Nova finds himself 4 or 2 more frags. As Jack finishes up the last kill on the op, and Sleepless Gaming move up to 12. 4 chances to close this one out. And Shadow Wizard Money Gang are flat broke. A single AK, some Galils and Mac 10s really to work with. But you're going into the last round, and this is just not the situation you want to be in. No bomb plant, especially, makes this a lot worse. A desperation play is the call, running face first into the A site. Jade finishing the first frag with an AWP. Jackson reaggress, gets the right timing on the 1, but only finds the 1. Noah also down to 42 HP. They don't have the smokes to deny any sort of retake early on. Top Shadow can't find the spray as well. Owen reaggresses. They threw one donut smoke to smoke off one of their teammates, but it's just not going to be enough. Noah's last 1-on-4 to save this game. 10-second defuse from Owen, not going to be in time. Noah gets naded out, and that's going to be the game as Jade finishes off the last frag with the nade. Sleepless Gaming 13-8 against Shadow Wizard Money Gang. And this game was a lot more difficult in total for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. They just didn't really take the space they needed to properly on the CT side or in the early rounds, and the T side they were just a little bit too far forward for too many rounds. And so once they started playing more disciplined, they started winning rounds. But ultimately, Sleepless Gaming, they really didn't look faulty on many of their sides. They had everything that they really needed to going into their CT side, especially. Obviously, not the best showing on the second part of their T side, but ultimately, I feel like they just let a few things slip. I feel like there was nothing real special to remark about the mistakes of T side. But yeah, this was definitely an easier-ish game than some of your previous games, Mr. Owen.
What up? What up? Big dub.
Obviously, the previous match last Wednesday was basically a fluke. I was more worried that something like this would impact today's game, just messing with mentality. But I guess my thoughts were just kind of baseless.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, we started working on our 5th map. I'll keep it a secret for now, but this weekend we spent 2 days playing our 5th map, and we kind of got shit on in all the scrims.
Uh-oh.
It's just part of the growing pains, but then we transitioned to repping our normal maps just to make sure we were up to snuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we're kind of having a tough time, honestly, the last few days. So, yeah, happy that we were able to pull this one up. Scrims don't matter at the end of the day.
I mean, it is still a learning curve having to bring in your 5th map for your lineup, obviously, to better prepare yourselves for best of 3s, for playoffs and everything. And yeah, there's still a learning curve to every bit of that, but all in all, today for your Ancient game, I was more worried about the CT side going awry in the second half. But this time it actually looked like everything was a little bit more secured. Obviously, the B site was one of the bigger faults, but your mid takes were looking better. Your cap reaggressions as well as your retakes were looking a bit more solid. Would you say that there was a lot more improvement overall for your CT side?
Yeah, we definitely have been talking a lot about our Ancient CT side in particular.
Mhm.
And we, tried doing some. We're trying to incorporate some newer concepts, so it's nice that things were able to go pretty smoothly tonight. Like we had that great round where they came mid and we just killed them all because we had three guys there, and
Mhm.
yeah, our retakes were really solid.
I mean, obviously there was a little bit more of a bumpy road when it came to holding down the B site, uh, especially against a tie, like just an off timing on when they pushed up ramp early
Hmm.
into the round. But for the most part, it seemed like you were also abusing the fact that they were trying to take more space along the map, and mid and A just seemed like you had on lockdown.
Yeah, we started off by we we did lose B, unfortunately.
Mhm.
I think there were some things we could have done positionally to have not had that happened, but we were starting off with just focusing on mid and kind of seeing what they were doing, and at least the way they were playing lane on B, they weren't being very aggressive. They weren't like playing slow necessarily, but they weren't threatening us very much. So we were able to just kind of show that we were playing aggressive for A and B, and then adjust or A and mid, and then adjust for B in the later part of the half. And played
Okay.
more people there.
And I guess I want to mention that obviously everyone on the team really saw a bigger glow up. Everyone was really succeeding when they needed to. But I want to also mention that not having the op too frequently in the hands of Jade, but still managing to pick it up when it was needed in those few rounds this game, I'd say there was a lot more not so much diligence, but just patience in everyone's shots today.
Yeah, it can be tough on Ancient to justify getting the op, especially on T side. But on CT, it's good, but it's not as strong as it is on other maps. So
Right.
we're very fortunate that Jade is really sick with the rifle. And I don't think he had a killer game by his standards tonight by any means, but like he is supporting us, and it's just kind of one of those maps where, yeah, the op doesn't get to shine as much, unfortunately.
I at first I couldn't tell if you said op or autism, and I'm like,
It's very
I'm like,
definitely op.
I'm
I
like,
definitely said op.
I'm like, now I can't tell what he said. But yeah, I mean, I would say that there was not as much to talk about for this game, but obviously CT side was looking a lot better. I say composure was also looking a lot better. Maybe just a few slip ups here and there, some avoidable rounds and situations, but uh, Ancient's also not your most common map in your pool as of what we see on stream. It looks more Mirage and Anubis sided, but yeah, for unfamiliar maps such as Ancient or your fifth map, would you say that when you go into a game that you'll be more familiar with each map?
um, yeah, I mean, we played Ancient against Might, and we kind of smacked them. And so I think most teams, see that and are a little nervous to play us on Ancient. These guys, I
Mm-hmm.
think they were like 2-1 or 3-1 on the map, so it was their best map. So they were picking their strength. Um, but like, yeah, we feel very comfortable on the map. Like it, I think our T side is really good. Like all it comes down to is like us communicating and our protocols. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really think structure wise and like got the guys are in the right spot now. We just gotta play our game. Um, and CT, yeah, we're working on it. So
All right.
hoping to play some more maps other than Mirage. They actually first banned Mirage this time around. We all cheered when that happened.
I imagine just seeing Mirage out of the pool early on instead of being floated is a sigh of relief, especially for the casters, you know.
Yep, we're looking
Um,
out for you, Storm.
and especially when we had that game on Wednesday. I can't even call it a game. I don't feel like it was a game.
That
um,
experience.
that yeah, we'll just call it that. But yeah, this was a better showing from you guys today, and hopefully we could see a bit more tomorrow.
Yep, playing a team that unfortunately has been having some roster moves, so they're gonna be unpredictable. I'll just say so. Feeling
Right.
confident, but we need to be ready for anything.
Yeah. And obviously, still going on through the season, you're up to 5-4. Um, but I feel like a couple more wins will be demanded, but you'll still face some more higher competition towards the end of the season. Does that kind of worry you guys at all?
Not at all. We already played the highest competition in our first few matches. And like I came away from both of them feeling like we could have won them. So I mean, I think we have an easy path for playoffs with our record. You
Mhm.
know, all things considered. And we just got to beat these teams that are in front of us. Yeah.
All right. Well, any final thoughts before the end of stream?
Nope. We're gonna get this done tomorrow and be 6-4, and
Mhm.
can't remember if we went 5-9 or 6-8 last season. I think it was 5-9. So we already have the fifth win, which took us to the 5-9 last season. Took us to game 14 to get that fifth win. So got
Right.
it on game 9. Feels good.
All right. And with that, um, for those in stream, obviously we didn't have a game on Monday. It got rescheduled to tomorrow, so we will have a game tomorrow at 9 p.m. EST. Um, and yeah, again, thank you for coming on for the post game interview, Owen.
Of course. Thanks, Storm.
Yep, and thank you to Sleepless Gaming and Top Shadow for letting me cast here all the time. It's always a ton of fun, and hopefully these last few games will also be extra exciting. And hopefully we get to see more for advanced playoffs. But I'm your main caster, Storm. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will see you tomorrow night. Good night, everyone.
Work your fingers to the bone. I know you can keep me warm. Don't you leave, it's getting cold. I got you and you got me. Don't be scared if we complete love and war the same damn thing.